In the far reaches of North America, 3 hunters rise. Shaped by the land they roam. Wolves, snow leopards, mountain lions, ancient, wild, unforgiving. But what happens when their paths converge? Join us as we journey into a world where nothing is promised. And survival must be claimed, day after day. The pack of wolves spotted a small herd of cattle passing through the dry trees. The pack silently surrounded them, pressing from all sides. In a few calculated steps, the herd split. One slowed down. By sunset, the pack had won. Wolves don't hunt with force. They hunt with strategy. When they spot a stray cow and calf, the pack works together to separate the target from the herd. They don't rush. They wear it down. They pressure it. They wait for an opening. Even if the prey escapes this time. For wolves, each chase is a test, and they're always ready for the next one. Near the edge of the clearing, they tried again. The wind was favorable. The herd shifted. One stumbled. The wolves seized the opportunity and fell. Another victory, but not easy. This time, they were too reckless. A young pack easily divided, but too close. A counterattack from the leader wounded one wolf. The herd retreated into the woods, not defeated, but warned. In the snow-covered forest, a lone deer appeared. The wolves followed silently. They took their time, leading the prey into the deep snow, where every step was a burden. Finally, the deer collapsed. No sound, only the wind. Another deer, older, more alert. The wolves circled. But could not find a weak spot. They waited. The opportunity came when the deer ran toward the high forest. They came across two deer walking close together. One escaped, the other stumbled. And that moment was enough. Another full meal in the cold. In the quiet forest, a huge shadow approaches. A bear, huge and unpredictable. The wolves charge, watching. This is no hunt. A reminder that not all battles need to be fought. Above the lands where wolves dare not tread, another lurks among the rocks and mist, silent but far deadlier. Up high, the snow leopard rules, not with force, but with precision. One morning it finds a young goat walking on a cliff. It waits, then moves. A slide, a crash, and only one goat survived. Many days later, in the same spot, it watches from the rock, the view from above. One goat, slow to react, remains. As the sun sets behind the mountains, a goat runs along the rocks. It finishes the hunt, not with speed, but with certainty. Among the snowy slopes, it finds new tracks. On the steep cliff, A breathless chase, just one slide and it's over. Both of them plunge like shadows, clinging to each precarious edge. But the one who survives will be the one who knows the mountain better than it does. But as it rains high above, below, another figure begins to move. A lone moose separates from the herd, slowly walking towards the hollow. A gentle wind, soft ground, nothing to break the rhythm of breathing. The cougar advances step by step, blending into the grass, waiting for the light to fade. And then, in an unnoticed moment, it chooses the right moment. The first meal comes without a sound. In the open field, a herd of moose grazed in a line. The cougar followed one at the end. Young but alert, it followed, closing the distance, and the moose sensed something. Every time the moose bowed its head to the cougar, it became harder to kill successfully. The cougar stopped, looked, and then turned away, without regret. On the bare hillsides, the ground is hot under the sun. The cougar watches under a low tree. A doe is feeding near the trail, but the wind does not stand still. It moves but only a few steps, and the sunlight reflects on its fur. The doe turns, recognizes it. And disappears into the forest. The hunt ends in failure, making the cougar learn its lesson. Up high, with a thin layer of snow covering the winding trails, the cougar follows the fresh tracks left by 3 lone doe. The silence of the morning makes every little sound echo far. It waits, not in a hurry. When the doe stops near a bend where the wind is blowing against it, the cougar takes just one step forward. This time, the mountain does not protect the weak. A pack of wolves suddenly appeared under the trees. The cougar did not run. It stood by the rock, not retreating. It did not hesitate to attack viciously to drive away its opponent. The wolf retreated silently, and it got its meal. When the 2 cougars were resting by the cliff, the bear growled softly and stepped forward. The cougar did not retreat. It charged. After a while, the bear turned away, not out of fear, but out of respect. In a land where winter never ends, life goes on, silently, persistently, constantly challenged. 3 predators, each with their own way of surviving. A step, a glance, a choice to stop. All carry within them instincts honed over thousands of years of evolution. They are more than hunters. They are a mirror of the cold but fair laws of nature. Thank you for following the shadows that live on the edge of hunger and survival. If you enjoyed the journey, please like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss the next stories from the wildest place on Earth. See you again in the new battles and ancient instincts that are still waiting to be told.